Revenge trading. Today we're going to speak about revenge trading amongst many other things. Don't forget, you're my friend, catching you with a Pokeball every single day. Revenge trading, friends, I can't tell you how often I have seen and done this myself. Revenge traded into a bigger hole. It takes a lot of discipline when you get hit to just soak it up. You literally have to sit there. You fume a bit. You go, and then you just have to go, I will make it back. I just need more time. You must get to that place mentally, that Zen state. And the faster you get to it, the less chance you'll wipe yourself out with all these revenge trading stuff. Check out this Coinfessions Rekt. I am 22 years old. I started cryptocurrency with $14,000, which is my whole life savings. I managed it to reach $50,000 in a single day with Trump. So let me just stop there. So this is it, friends. So you always see this beginner's luck thing. It's totally always happens in crypto, right? Everyone's got beginner's cycle, beginner's coin, beginner's everything, right? Beginner's luck. The worst thing that can do is that you buy something and it goes up fast. That's literally the worst thing. You get the dopamine hit. Your brain starts learning, oh, cool, get stuff, and try to find the rhyme or a reason, just like how I bought it, to then repeat the pattern again. Like, oh, I'm following this guy, or I'm following this indicator, or whatever it is, okay? And then you sit there long enough, friends, and you realize it's 50-50, okay? You're trying to lick a lollipop. It ain't a nice lollipop to lick. It's a very family-friendly lollipop. Most of the time, it's 50-50, friends. You'll often as well come across many people. They're in a hot streak. So they're in a hot streak, they're getting their predictions right, and they're in that like they're in the 70 to 90% win rate zone, yeah? You start following them, and then you'll realize, oh crap. Then when you start following them, happened to me many times, I'm following other people, then you like curse it. You're now on the 20% win rate with them. And if you track them over time, they're around 50-50, you know? Maybe 60-40, maybe 40-60, who the hell cares? The point is, when you find them, oh, this person's got an 80% win rate. Yeah, and then it's got to like balance out and mean revert down out here. So this 22-year-old gentle sir, getting that win on Trump, fast money, not necessarily the greatest thing. It actually is the worst if you experience that, because like I said, you get trained now for the wrong things. So this is him. He probably just heard, oh, cool, Donald Trump's in crypto. What could possibly go wrong here? He put the money in here, and then just like everything else, right? Ah, man, crypto is a tough game, right? Look what he ends up saying as well. I didn't sell. I ended up with 27K. I was angry at myself, even though it was still a 2x gain. I did revenge trading, and now I have just $5,000 left. Ouch. Remember, I started with 14K. It was up 2x. Probably getting rinsed by everyone else in the expectations out here, man. Now, friends, when it comes to things like revenge trading, if you are trading in and out of short-term stuff, you're going to get that compelling urge, because it's basically psychological, right? It's like someone's stolen something from you. You've just taken that hit of money. But when you're doing longer-term stuff, you don't feel it, right? You get a different type of urge, like your urge that it's never going to come back. It's never turning around. You got to do something different. And a lot of people sitting in spot as well, especially in crypto, right? Crypto events, we've never seen anything like it. Like, you're a better investor than any stock market dude in crypto, like, especially altcoins. You're way, way, way better. You are conditioned for the most extreme volatility, percentage-wise, extreme. Now, granted, it is percentage-wise, because there are people with like, $100 million portfolios in the stock market. So when they go down 25%, they're like, oh no, I've just lost $25 million. Bro, shut up, bro. You know what I mean? We're taking 95% swings here. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't give a shit about you 25. Oh no, a 25% loss, guys. What about the 40% loss? Sit down, bro. We go down 40% in a day here in cryptocurrency. When you go through these experiences, okay, remember this guy says, I'm getting myself, even though it was a 2x gain. Don't fall into this trap, because whenever they do these, you even read the comments, people are like, ha ha ha, you're so silly, you should have held on for the 2x, ha ha ha. Friends, it's always from poor wrecked plebs who don't know what they're doing. What I'll do is play some PUBG music for them. Friends, you can't have it both ways, okay? If you're going to keep taking profit, you will miss the 10x, the 20x, the 50x, the 100x. You will miss it if you keep taking profit. If you don't take profit, you're going to round trip a lot of stuff. So what gives, see, if you keep taking profit, you will miss that big thing. But what if you never are on that big thing? There's so many coins. I have no answer. No one has an answer. We don't know, man. We don't know. You get my point, though? It's kind of like, okay, it's not like there's 10 coins to choose from. And then like, oh, if I hold all of them, one of them's going to be the 3000X. It's not that anymore. Now there's 10,000 coins per week to choose from. New narratives, real world assets, different chains, pump fund, JPEG, meme, like just it's redonkulous, man. It's stuff there really is no answer, friends. But I want you to think about this story, right? Him revenge trading. And like, I can even show you, remember, I made the whole video, I think, on this. One of the biggest revenge trades of all time, friends, that we saw, I made the whole video, was on SafeMoon, right? SafeMoon. Now, I think Coin Trader, I can't even get the chart anymore, SafeMoon. So this is the SafeMoon chart. This is 2020. I remember SafeMoon, friends, man, just had that little tax thing. And man, it was just a retailer unicorn thing of 2021. Now, there was a kid. He really was a kid, 18 to 20, somewhere there. He put in, I don't know how he even learned about it, okay? SafeMoon had an ICO. And he put in like 5 grand. So, can you imagine that, man? He had like, you know, 8 grand of savings. He just put in like 5 into a SafeMoon ICO. Oh, it's a crypto. It just gets in. That 5,000 at the peak was worth, I believe, $22 million. Right? 22 million. So he puts in 5K into the ICO. At the peak was 22 million. He didn't get out because you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? No one knows what they're doing. You think, oh, I'm holding and I'm investing. This is cool. Yeah. And by the way, think about the 2x cheats. Okay, friends, they would have gotten out at 40K. Oh, you're up 8x, get out. You know, these people, oh, take profit. What if it went to 40K, came back to round trip? He'd be on Coinfessions Rekt. He'd be saying, oh, I put 5 grand into this coin called SafeMoon in the ICO. It went up to 40K. I didn't get out. Now it's back to 0. But he held on. He got a bite of that cherry. 22 million. Did he get out? No. Unfortunately, what he ended up doing is he didn't get out at 22 million because of that psychological fallacy we have as humans, right? Because his portfolio was like 22 million up here, when it came back like here, you gotta think about it. He was looking at his portfolio. Now he's got like, I think 8 million there. Okay. So it goes from 12 down here. Yes, divided by 3. So he's got about 8 million. 7 million. So he's looking at his portfolio like, crap, I've lost $14 million. Crap. I'm not getting out here. That's what he said. He literally pretty much said that. Psychological, man. You got to learn these, friends. Especially you all know these. The portfolio high price quote, it's a Fugazi number. Because like in the theoretical world where you never sell anything, you're going to get an imaginary top tick, but you don't know one day, you don't know which day that's going to be, right? You just don't know where that final moment is, where that's the end. So the best thing to do is looking forward. Remember, friends, I've made many videos for you. Once again, highest value content in crypto. The best way to do it is think about the probability that it's all over moving forward in the next 12 months. Whatever your probability that it's all over, that's what your cash position should be. So right now, I mean, like it's tough, isn't it tough, friends? Because right now everything's like cratered, right? And a lot of people, I saw, remember, I showed for you polls on Juicy News. 60% of people think it's a bear market right now. 60%. You know what I mean? So that's tough. So you have to think to yourself, what are the odds that it's actually over right now? You know, I know it looks crazy. Markets are pooped. I'm still giving 10%, just 5 to 10%. I know it's wacky. I know, just, man, just thinking it's 10% still. Personally, me, right? The scary one might be if Bitcoin gets like that 120, 150K, I might it might, in that crash thing, it might be like a 20% odds for me, but I'm just showing you how you would do it. So most people, though, they're not giving 10% odds that it's over right now. They're giving more like 70% odds. I mean, you even have Uncle Bobby selling a third of his Bitcoin, right? Literally selling a third of his Bitcoin, yeah. So if you're thinking, okay, 70% chance it's over, you should go to your portfolio and you're still, okay, 70% chance it's over, I should have 70% stablecoin weight. That's what you should do. Go to everything, sell 70%. That's how you would do it, right? That's the way to go through things. Not see when if you assess in the future, you're not looking at anything like your portfolio. You're not saying, oh, my portfolio was $20,000 at the top. Now it's worth like $6,000. It's not. You got nothing to do with it because the market doesn't care about that number you have of the supply tokens you have. Nothing cares. No one cares. Okay, it's literally independent of that because you're trying to assess the future. Okay. Now remember back to that kid, right? He had 22 million here. Now he's got 8 million watching it. And remember, it's just going down and down and down and down. Now all the way back here. Now it's down to worth like 2 million. Unfortunately, what happened to him was when it got down to 1 million, so at 22, got down to 1, he sold. But when you're reading the story, you're thinking, oh, you finally realize, okay, you started with 5 grand, you've got $1 million now, put it aside, because now it's 2022 bear market of crypto. You can invest and just do something, and now you're set up for life as a kid. Unfortunately, what he does is he sells for his $1 million, and then he starts doing the revenge trading. He starts doing leverage trading. You know, let's go to Bybit. Let's follow Crypto's triangles or Carl the Moon or whatever it is. You know, it just ends up doing that, and then it loses it all, loses every single penny trading because he just doesn't know what he's doing. All the $1 million gone. In fact, I think it ends up he's actually in debt. He's got a negative net worth now. I think he had to borrow like 10 grand from his parents or something. So man, what a story, man! Just it breaks your heart. Like started with 5, went up to 22, and he's just watching it go down. You know, then 18, 15, 10 million. 6, 5, all the way down to 1 million, gets that 1 million. But he actually says that he started trading. Why? Because he was thinking about the 22 million. In his mind, he's at a loss of 20 million. He's like, oh, I could have had that much up there. You see, that ends up being the problem. So the market doesn't care, friends. Literally, the market doesn't care. I hope you learned from that story, right? But that's why I wanted to give you this insight into this. That's why even when people can't hold, they start revenge trading. It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. Maybe friends, in the next bull phase and when everything gets great over time, look, crypto's very hard amongst many things, very family-friendly things. It's tough because if you follow Warren Buffett, friends, just to let you know, Warren Buffett keeps about 10 to 15% of the total assets in cash. 10 to 15%. Because, pretty much why? Because the stock market, like once every 5 to 6 years, there's a big dipperoonie he wants to buy. Yeah? He's waiting for those big things, yeah? So he's got about 10 to 15% of his portfolio. In crypto, you can't really have that, can you? Because of the cycle. Do you really want 15% stable coins the whole time? Well, you might say, yeah, if it's just in Bitcoin. Yeah, that's just Bitcoin though. What about everything else? Don't know. There's no answer for that. But it is something that we'll think about when we move in through that next bull phase. I know right now people, like, I'm always thinking ahead, right? People are like, man, are we even going to get a bull phase, Habib? Yes, we just always got to be prepared for these. But at least you know, friends, if you lose money, just don't get into the hole. Don't let yourself get into the hole. If you're in the hole right now, just stop it. Just stop it. Click sell. Don't waste it. Like, I know what people do, man. Yeah, they go, hey, they'll sign up to Bybit or something, put 5 or 10 grand, try to leverage trading. Now they're down 10. And they're like, oh, I want to make it back. Just tell you, man, that's always a slippery slope spiral. A lot of those people you're watching on Twitter and YouTube, it's fugazi, man. They're lying. They're literally lying. They're only showing you the winners. They do take hits. The win rate isn't as big as you think. They do take hits because they get excited. They P&L screenshot. Oh, I'm in a big short and it's come back down. Oh, I'm in a big long. Yeah, but when they have those shitty periods, friends, you've seen it all the time. They'll literally disappear for like 2.5 months. They'll literally disappear. You don't know they're taking hits all the time. They take a hit, 40K here, 20K here, whatever. Then they're like, oh, cool, I made 180K. You know what I mean? Like, but you're not in that period. They know when to stop. And it's about like 1 to 5 people out there. And you're not the 1 in 5 people, right? There's like literally hundreds of thousands following and getting wrecked. It would be nice if long-term holding actually went up there. Because I don't blame you for doing that. Because like we've had the worst business cycle of all time for crypto. And it's been dog shit. But learn from these stories, right? Because these stories, friends, you can learn from them, and you are. Also, that's why I do 90% call, 10% lottery, even telling people. So, like, throw around money around and stuff. So you just get used to that risk, and you get to see just how often things go to zero, and how you can't trust anything, and things you think, that's it. You know, people who just abstain from all of it, they're the ones who don't know how to manage risk, right? Because they're just like, oh, okay, I feel good about something. Let me go put in 30% of my portfolio or 50%, right? Then they haven't, like, friends, I've been like, for example, for me, I've been in markets 14, 15 years, man. Like I've been, there's just the home run moments. They're so rare. They're like so rare. And then people watch you from afar and they're like, no, it can't be. It can't be. I'm like, dude, you're watching someone who's built up this for 15 years, bro. 10 to 15 years. Working on edge, refining it. You understand? This is esoteric, cosmos, God, simulation, unicorn, fairy dust, lining up stuff. Yes, it is like that. And by the way, that doesn't mean it's 100% win rate or anything, but you get it. It ain't you buying on the 4-hour RSI indicator going below 20 on some period. You know what I mean? This is a different ball game. It's kind of like, friends, when you ever watch the World Cups, bro? You ever watch like Messi do some like weird shit? You ever watch these like basketball players that just some like, what did I just watch? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's that game. And yes, it does happen in markets, but everyone's got their own unique edge in markets. Some people are just the mad day traders, or some people are mad gold traders, or stock traders, or swingers. Both types of swingers, mind you. You know, there's guys in the bonds, there's guys in options. It is what it is. But crypto, because in crypto we're entertaining and we're fun and we're young and we've got a lot of energy. It morphs a lot what you think, because you're not wearing a suit and tie. You don't think it's professional, but it doesn't really matter, man. You know what I mean? Like for example, like if you go see like Messi or any of these the greatest football players out there in the shopping center, they might just be wearing thongs and like, you know, look unshaven. They might literally look like caveman bumps. Does that say anything about their soccer skill though? No, it doesn't. But I know it's a perception in the head. So there you go, friends. A lesson on revenge trading. If you're going through it, or you know friends going through it, man, you just got to axe it right now. I just wish markets would go up at this point. Like, look what Ethereum did over all these years. What a disappointment. 7 to 8 year round trip. This is the thing now. Now we have the maximum amount of people who are thinking in their mind, screw holding, bro. What a scam. And that's precisely the time markets start going up only. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.